So here we are at the body shop. It's been a little while since we last spoke, but as you can see, most of the parts are starting to turn blue. We got the bumper over here. It's been all primered. I think we've had primer on this thing about 3 or 4 different coats and been wet sanding it and primering it and wet sanding and primering, and now we've got some blue paint on it. We're going to be buffing it out to a mirror polish, and after this, it's ready to go on the car. You know, at the back here, you can see the flares have already been painted. That's our front fenders being primed, and he's probably going to put a couple coats on, let them dry out. Then we'll wet sand those, get them all smooth, look for any more pinholes, and shoot some more primer on it. We're going to look for a factory finish, so you can see he's doing this very seriously, because this primer is not only covering the fender, but it's what is that? The high build. That's a high build primer there. So we're trying to fill up some small pinholes, and also when we sand that, it's going to make the whole fender nice and flat. More body shop action. This is our front bumper. It's been primed and wet sanded a few times, and it looks like it's about ready to go in for a final coat of blue. Now, after we lay the blue over it, we'll let the blue dry back, and then we'll be wet sanding the blue and making sure there's no runs, no drips, and it's a real factory finish. This aqua blue metallic, it's a very interesting color. It's a very heavy metallic in it, so we're being very careful to make sure that the metallic matches all around the car. Here's our rocker panels. Once again, they're primed, ready to go, and we're actually going to paint these things blue. We're putting the different stickers and graphics on the car. We decided to extend the blue color all the way down and wrap around with the rocker covers. Another detail we had to deal with was the front fenders. The original front fenders were quite long, and when we made our fenders, we actually got them just a little bit shorter, so we have to end up to paint this whole area inside the front trunk, so that when we open up the trunk lid, it all looks blue and original, just like it was when we had this car brand new. I feel like we've really accomplished something. If you notice up here, we've got our inner fender wells are all nice and blue now. This was probably the one point of the project, one part of the project that we really weren't quite dealing with. When we were thinking this thing through a couple months ago, we had no idea how much time and effort it would take. But now that it's done and it's blue, I'm really happy with it. And of course, once we get this on the ground and there's a tire filling this up and the flares on it, you'll never even know any of this happened. Okay, looking at a rear deck lid here, and it's got blue color in it. I don't know if you'll actually be able to see this, but there's some swirl marks in it, because after we've painted this, we're using a high-speed buffer to come back and polish it out, get any little defects out, really make it look perfect. It'll look like a factory finish when we're done here. Well, we've certainly got a few more hurdles to overcome here, but I would hope at this point we've pretty much got most of the questions answered in terms of us building the car. I'm certainly willing to answer any more questions you guys may have. The car's not looking so pretty right now, but we'll have it back to the shop by the end of the week and have her all cleaned up, and by some point next week it's going to start looking like the project we want to show you all when it's done, and I can't wait to start driving this thing around and get some impressions firsthand.